Welcome to the Up and Up podcast, where passion meets purpose. My name is Blessing Kane, and we have a special guest today. His name is Charlie King. Now, I met this guy on an open mic, and he was a really nice guy. I loved him so much, man. How are you? Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much for having me. No, I'm doing very good.
Good.
Yeah.
Weather's nice today, isn't it?
It's finally nice. So yeah, I've wandered over from the car and I'm already sweating. So this is...
I know. Before we start, right, I always have to ask people like a icebreaker question.
Go on.
Okay. What's your favorite spot to go holiday in?
Oh, to be fair, I'd love to go to America again.
America?
Yeah.
What part?
I went to California when I was like a lot younger, to be fair, like 10, 11, 12, can't remember the exact age, but yeah, I just loved the feeling of America. It was California, so yeah, the west side.
In this California king bed. What? Do you know what? I've never actually been to California before, like or like any part of America. Is it like? I heard that's really good.
I just feel it feels exactly like the movies.
The movies,
honestly,
that's it.
It does genuinely feel like you're walking in a
special place.
Yeah, especially LA. To be fair, it feels
there's
like
something,
a film set. Like,
and there's something about them, like their accents, everything.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but
it's just it just feels more than a holiday, I'd say.
Yeah, when I was little, I actually wanted to move to America. My dad was like, "No, don't do that. Don't do that."
Yeah, I know. I feel like moving there. It's always a little bit like grass is greener, isn't it?
Yeah. But then
there's just a lot of more extreme things.
Action. Yeah. There's a lot of action there, but there's a lot of action there.
Yes.
So yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm cool where I'm at. Like maybe like go in there every now and again.
Honestly, yeah, that's it. Like a holiday destination. Like
yeah.
Dip your toe in and come back. Like
when it gets a little bit intense, that's when I'm like, I'm out. Okay, so of course you've just released your album today.
I have, yeah.
And congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you.
You know, talk to us, because I love the title of the album. Why did you call it the boy who kept swimming upstream?
It's this term that's developed since I've started doing music, to be fair. I kind of, with the concept of this album and my lyrics in general, since I've started writing, it is this kind of thing of wanting to inspire perseverance. So it's the title is coming from that, to be fair. So it's boy, so BOI.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you about that.
So it's like a koi fish, basically.
Oh.
So it's inspired by like a Japanese proverb, actually, of a koi fish swimming upstream and getting to the top by himself, basically. Yeah.
So, is it like a deep inspirational thing, like
I don't
swimming
know.
upstream and like pushing against like
that's
negative forces?
I've always had that. Yeah, it is literally mind over matter. Like, I think I've always had that drive to just go
right.
Why not?
Yeah,
we get one life. Why not? Why not be me? And just want to push that message out, basically.
Cool. Okay, so I know you do like rock and like you do blues as well, and you fuse that, and I love that fusion. So why blues and rock? Like, what inspired you to do that?
It's a good question. Like, I feel it's the sound I hear when I write, I would say. Like, it's developed from a lot of like old school music. So my dad's proper into blues, to be fair. Like blues and old soul, like 70s soul and stuff like that. So I'd say that's music I started listening to when I was learning to sing and developing my voice. Yeah. And that naturally comes when I'm writing songs, I would say. Yeah. So it's like the bluesy sound. But on the rock side of things, like indie rock as well, like growing up, like
love indie.
Arctic Monkeys. If you can see that inspiration in my voice, there's a reason for that. Basically,
I was gonna put you in like the indie rock category.
Yeah. Well, that is Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah.
So that there's kind of the fusing of those two kind of groups. But yeah, I kind of blues is what I put the tag, and it's definitely the most common genre that I make. Yeah.
Have you ever had this inkling to like sort of mix like music together to create your own kind of music?
Definitely, yeah.
I can relate to that.
Yes, like rock and hip hop as well. Like I love any band that
Okay.
fuses those two, because I just love the rhyme schemes in hip hop as well. Basically, so it's like the cadence.
Yeah.
So kind of melding the melodies that you might get more so in rock with the rhyme schemes in hip hop. Like that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do going forward as well. To be fair, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Have you ever done something where you feel like it was out your comfort zone in terms of like a lot?
Every time I make music, yeah.
The face said it all. The face said it all.
Yeah. Oh, if you're not out your comfort zone, then yeah. If it's not scaring you making it, then
something's wrong.
Yeah, I think so. Granted, you sometimes go back to what you know.
Yeah.
But now you gotta push yourself out, because you learn things. Yeah.
Get yourself out the way.
Yeah, I'm working with a guy, like a producer in Sheffield actually, he's from Trinidad and Tobago. And, so he's like really like reggae inspired, but also like R&B. And we're producing a song at the minute, and it's way different to anything that I've made before, but I'm loving it. Like, it's cool.
That's dope. That's dope. This guy right here. Can you share like any particular moment of like an event that inspired one of your songs?
Yeah, there's a lot, I suppose. I'm trying to think of like specific song that I've got. I think the earliest songs were me realising that music was my passion, and kind of those early songs of like relationships ending and stuff like that. I'm fueling a lot of lyrics of just explaining me going on my own path. But yeah, I guess there's not like one specific event. It's you're right. That's what you do have ideas from one specific event. Like a song idea will pop in, and if it is from one event, you'll write it in like a day or so.
Yeah.
But no, I guess ultimately my decision of me pushing for music full time and leaving my old job and kind of my old life, to be fair, is a big event that's inspired this drive, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Speak more about that. Like your old life, what was it about, and what made you make that change? What kind of pushed you to sort of, I'm going to do this. I want to do music. I want to go for what I want to go for.
Yeah. So I used to work in the civil service, basically. So I did like data analysis.
Yeah.
So now I've always played music, but it's always been in my own time sort of thing. Yeah. So I did like economics at uni.
Yeah.
Went to work for the government, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, for 3 years after uni. And as much as it was like good money and I enjoyed parts of it, like it was when I was starting to develop my music as well. And I almost got to a point of like, this can't be what life is.
Yeah.
Like waking up and
doing
all I'm
the same
thinking
thing
about.
again.
Well, that's it. Like all I'm thinking about is writing songs. And if there's a way to push to monetize this and eventually make a career out of it, I was like,
do it.
I'm in my 20s. Why would I not?
Yeah.
There's not a lot to lose, basically.
Yeah. There isn't.
No.
There isn't. Especially if you're like really young, like you're in your 20s and like you're there figuring out what you want to do and who you are, and that's brilliant. I like asking people that because for the people that are listening and watching, they might have that same sort of, they might have. I've actually spoken to a lot of people, and they do like, they've been like business guys, like accountants, doctors, and they have done like sort of the same similar thing to you.
Yeah.
And they have that thing where they're like, you know what? Something clicks and they're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. Now you mention like an event, there was just a moment that did flicker my my head, to be fair. It was when I came back from, it's when I was in London actually, to be fair. And I was like, like I made the decision for music. How am I gonna get to doing music all day, every day, basically? Then. Yeah. And then you just kind of start putting the little steps day by day. Yeah. That's all it is, little steps day by day. What can I do today? Yeah. Okay, I've done that. Like, tick it off. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just accumulates over time. It is literally just a momentum game.
Yes. I've learned to, with the momentum thing, I've learned to start small.
Oh yeah.
And then build the momentum.
Yeah.
Because I tend to throw myself in the deep end and then like expect something massive to happen. Like, you know, before you know it, you've got £1 million.
Yeah.
You're in Barcelona performing. I have a wild mind.
Oh, I have a really funny story about this actually, to be fair. So there's a place called Melbourne in Derbyshire. And I was just getting drunk with my mates when I was living in Sheffield. Yeah. And I just got an email through saying, do you want to do a gig in Melbourne? I was like, boys, this is it. Like, I've made it. Like, pack your bags. We're going to Australia, like, down under. Like, here we go. And then check the small print. I was like, in Derbyshire. I was like, well, that's still good.
Yeah.
My mates always tease me about that.
Because you start to imagine, like, I'm a manager. I can make you a star.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, that's it. And then you feel like from then on, that's it. He'll help you, like, you know, release your album. Yeah. You'll meet all kinds of celebrities. Before you know it, you're sort of like dancing and doing music videos with Chris Brown. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how I imagine it in my mind. You know,
it's fun to think like that. 'Cause
it is.
That is what life's about as well. Yeah. It's like having that joyous attitude.
Yeah, definitely.
But the reality of it is going to be like a 5-year version.
Yeah. They will get there, but just not the way you think.
No.
Do you know what I mean? No, I've learned that, like, the process is never like a straight line. No. It's always like.
And I think, do you know what it is? Once you've gone through that and you're starting to see rewards of that journey, you understand why you had to go through every single step.
Yeah.
It is so important. Otherwise, if it's just given to you like straight away, then you won't learn how to sustain it.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. On some people, especially, bless them, like, you know, child stars.
Yeah.
Like they tend to crash and burn, and they spin like out of control. And I don't want to judge them, because you don't know what like they're going through, and you know. And it's like most of them, it happens to most of them. So clearly something happens where they psychologically try to. I don't know how to explain it.
You see worrying signs, don't you, with every single child star.
There's some of them that make it out.
Yeah, true.
True. But like most of them tend to spiral out of control. And you know what? If I was a kid, I would have been a bit of a prick. Yeah. But like if I was a kid growing up, I would have loved it. But like, you know, as you're growing up and you hit puberty and you're still trying to figure out who you are and still orienting yourself, and you've got cameras on you and you've got people watching you.
Yeah.
At some point you will psychologically crumble.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was so shy as a kid. Like, I hated cameras on me. Like, I wouldn't.
Oh, really?
Photos, yeah.
I've seen like pictures of you as a kid. You look so cute. Yeah, on Instagram. You look so cute on Instagram.
No, I was extremely shy. Yeah, I was a kind of different person to what I am now. But that's the point. Like, you develop like. But yeah, like going back to the child star thing, like it's because you don't have that time to grow into who you are. You kind of told who you are.
Yeah,
I think earlier.
Yeah. Because everybody wants you a certain way.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
it is troubling if
you get angry, because I can imagine getting a little bit angry about that.
100%, yeah.
Because you will. These assumptions, how the public, you know, own you and own how you look. So.
Well.
It would take a toll on you a little bit. You would have to like change yourself a little bit. Yeah.
It is worrying that like grown men are making money off kids. Like when you deep it down to that, like grown men and women,
It's
It is
kind of sad. I've been hearing issues about like the Nickelodeon thing.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
I haven't heard, but I imagine.
They're making like kids do like, you know, inappropriate things. This one person that was like a manager there or director or something, and it's just it's growing up with all that pressure. I'm sure it might take a toll on you.
Yeah, I suppose you've got to be a certain type of character, haven't you? Which might find it easy to deal with. Like
some people do.
Yeah,
some people just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It teaches you to be an adult quicker than you should be, basically.
Yeah.
I think, that's what you see.
Man, this is getting deep.
Yeah, we're going straight to philosophy.
Anyway.
This is probably, you talk to me for too long, I go into like deep philosophy.
Yeah.
Mode.
Okay, so like moving on, talk to us about your creative process. Like, when you're writing or producing a song, like, are there any like, habits or things that you do to like get yourself in that mindset?
Yeah, it's almost, for me, I write when I'm sat on the sofa chilling, like just messing around. Almost if you go, right, I'm going to write a song today. Sometimes it works, but you get frustrated. Whereas when you're just chilling, you're more open to things, I think. Yeah. And then you have an idea, and then you get excited, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna start writing this down then.
Yeah. I think that the art of that, what you're saying, is like learning to relax.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It comes from just enjoying playing guitar and singing as a hobby. Like, that's almost, when you first started, that was the best part of it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just enjoying it yourself. So you do sometimes have to go back to that, like, just enjoyment aspect of it. And
have you ever written a song and like thought to yourself, oh, this is gonna be fire, this is gonna be a hit, and then the next day you come back to it and I'm like, nah.
The answer to that is yes. Every song, every new song, you think, oh, this is it. This is my new best thing, which it is, because in the moment you only write if you're inspired yourself. Yeah. So it is like, in the moment, this is the best thing you've written. But no, you come back to it the next day with a fresh mind, which I think is good. Like, and you go, okay, how can I improve this? And then it's just iteration. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. No, I know, because I've dealt with that a lot. Especially like when you start out making music or writing your own songs, you tend to go through that a lot, like with basic chords and like, I once wrote a song with like 2 chords and I was like, oh, this is gonna be sick. And then I come back the next day, I'm like, ew, delete that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My mindset would be, don't delete it, just go, okay, that's the verse. Like, then how do I make it a bit more dynamic and go into a different aspect of the song? But keeping the main story of why you wrote it, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so now, like, we're in a digital age. You're an independent artist. What are your challenges, being an independent artist and doing what you do, and, also facing like everyday life and releasing music like independently?
I think it's just juggling every single aspect of music creation at once. So you're a businessman, you're an artist, you're a producer, you're a promoter. Like, more so that now. Yeah, I think it's just, I think as you grow, you start to realise, like, that's why you need other people around you as well. Yeah. Because I think that's where you grow, when you start to specialise doing things. Yeah. But no, that's the biggest challenge of being an independent artist.
It's sort of knowing, like, getting to that point where, you realise you can't do everything.
That's it, yeah. And it's, you don't have to, basically. You're not bad because you're like, okay, I need some help here. Like, that's actually how you grow. Like, yeah. But also, it's almost like accountability as well when you start to work with other people too, because it's not just you who it affects. It's like,
team of people.
You just that's what you need in life. Yeah. Like, you need a group around you.
Humility.
Yeah.
That's a big one, especially for not in the mice, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, what are the most memorable like collabs that you've had when you're working, especially with this new album? When you're like working on a new album, what are your most like memorable collabs, or anyone in general whom you've felt like, I've really got something special here?
Yeah, so me and a Nottingham artist called Wiggs, Finn, he's called. Yeah, we've been doing...
Oh, yeah, I know him. Yeah, it's really cool.
He's such a sound guy, but yeah, we've been making a few tunes. So that taps into like the hip-hop side of my brain, to be fair. So he's a rapper. So we've kind of been. So I've been writing some hooks for him. He's actually done the introduction like poem on the first song on my EP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's good to work with. I've been working with a lot of different people. It's like recording wise, what I've released, it's just been with Wigs, to be fair. But now I'm starting to work with like a heavy metal guitarist. I get in like session musicians as well to help me out with the drums and bass and stuff. Yeah.
Where can you find the session musicians? This sounds dope.
Oh, it's just from networking.
Networking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I started in Sheffield, to be fair, so I've got a few contacts in Sheffield. Yeah, Adam, who's done the drums on most of my EP, like he's phenomenal.
Oh wow, Adam, the one on Instagram. Adam, is it?
Adam Nielsen, he's called.
Yeah.
So he's in a band called Bad Llama.
Yeah.
We're like a metal band. I need to go see them actually, but yeah, he's been wicked to work with as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I think it's if it's the same person I'm talking to. Yeah, he's a really cool drummer. I think he helped me out at one of my gigs with one of the songs.
I'm not surprised.
He was really good. He was really good.
Nah, he's rapid when it comes to recording drums.
Yeah. No, he's dope. He's serious.
He was like, in 2 takes, he was like, oh yeah, that's probably tight enough. I was like, yeah, no, we're good with that, yeah.
First take, got it.
Yeah, he's a one-take wonder.
So, okay, of course, you're working towards the future, and I'm sure you have big goals and big plans. What are your like aspirations and goals for like your future project career? Like, are there any projects or collaborations like on the horizon where you particularly feel really excited about, really looking forward to? Yeah,
so I guess another side of me, more like as well as the music, is I do a lot of running as well.
Yes.
So I'm running like ultra marathons and stuff at the minute.
Yeah.
I've got one coming up in end of August.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm planning to. I don't know if you've seen the Hardest Geezer YouTube series and the fact he's just run Africa, but yeah, that was a big inspiration for me pushing past a marathon, I would say. But yeah, I'm gonna make like a YouTube running series basically.
Oh wow!
Documenting my training plan for this ultra marathon.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
I'm really excited. So I started. Basically, it involves me bringing a camera with my runs now, so it's quite nice. It's weird talking to a camera, but I'm getting used to it.
Yeah.
So it's to grow my YouTube as well. So I'm building more of a brand rather than just Charlie King Music.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean, bro.
Yeah, because it's almost easy to advertise as a brand. So I'm calling it The Boy Who.
Yeah.
Never stopped, effectively.
Yeah.
So yeah, the running series is going to be called The Boy Who Never Stopped Running Uphill.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
that works in sync with your album, isn't it?
So that's the idea of having a bit of like an anchor at the top called The Boy Who. That's going to be my YouTube channel.
What made you want to, like, besides the documentary on, like, you know, about the guy who was like doing a marathon, what made you say, you know what, I want to do that?
I think it's because you start to vision it in your head of like, well, when it comes to the music behind the cinematic scenes that I can do on like the YouTube series, I'm like, well, I'm a musician. And I can put my own songs there without any copyright. But also I want it to be an accumulation of like sitting down with my guitar at some parts of the video as well and just being like, do you want a song?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my two main loves at the minute are like music and running, and I just want to find a way to inspire through both basically.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Never done a marathon before. I've done like sports and sprinting and you know that stuff. I'm definitely an athlete.
Yeah.
But like marathons, like running for like 10 kilometers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'd make it. I'd be like after a mile, I'd be like
well, I'm no sprinter. Basically, it's literally I will keep going, but yeah. It's do you know what? It's just if you want to keep going.
Yeah.
I think that's what I've realised with it, and I relate that to my music as well. If I show up for my running, I show up for my music. Like you have to do that when you don't want to do it,
right?
And you have to like go to the gigs. You might not be feeling it that night, but you still have to go and do it. Like show up. But
that's deep. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just showing up, and then 30% of the days you're extremely motivated. Like
yeah.
Yeah,
artists can be quite unpredictable.
Yeah.
But Charlie King, it's great to have you on our podcast, man. You've been sick.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a proper formal handshake. Yeah, come on. There we go.
There we go, that's better. Guys, if you want to follow Charlie King, we'll put his page, his Instagram stuff below this video. Make sure you check out his stuff. His album just went on every platform, right? So check his stuff out. The boy who never stopped swimming upstream. He's really cool musician. Check him out. And make sure, guys, you dare to dream and be you, and always, always, always follow your dreams. Peace out, guys.
I like that. I like that message.